On the 25th of July 2026, the UK lost one of its most wonderfully unpredictable, multi-talented broadcasters. Bill Oddie passed away at the age of 85, leaving behind a legacy that stretched across generations. To many who grew up in the 2000s, he was the nation's favourite twitcher, the beard, the binoculars and the unbridled enthusiasm on Springwatch. But long before he was introducing us to the local wildlife, Bill was a cornerstone of British television comedy, a top-tier satirist, a chart-topping pop star and a fierce advocate for nature. He was, in the best possible sense, a renegade polymath. Today, let's look back at the extraordinary career of Bill Oddie. Bill's journey started at Cambridge University, where he joined the world-famous Footlights Club alongside future comedy icons like John Cleese, Tim Brooke-Taylor and Graham Garden. It quickly became obvious that Bill wasn't just funny. He had an incredibly sharp, satirical mind and an uncanny gift for musical composition. Before he'd even graduated, he was contributing sketches and satirical lyrics to David Frost's groundbreaking BBC series That Was the Week That Was. Throughout the mid and late 1960s, Bill seemed to be everywhere. He was a star performer and prolific songwriter on the legendary BBC radio series I'm Sorry I'll Read That Again, and wrote for and appeared in influential TV shows like At Last the 1948 Show, Twice a Fortnight and Doctor in the House. In 1970, Bill teamed up with Tim Brooke-Taylor and Graham Garden to create the Goodies. Bill was the hairy, cynical, rebellious anarchist of the trio, writing many of the show's scripts and composing its music. On paper, the Goodies was written as sharp, satirical television for grown-ups, parodying everything from contemporary politics to public figures. But what made the Goodies an absolute cultural phenomenon was its dual appeal. While the adult writing was full of clever commentary, children adored it for its pure, glorious silliness. A giant-sized Dougal dog chasing the trio, sped-up slapstick and madcap visual gags made it legendary tea-time viewing for millions. And then there were the chart hits. Bill composed several top 10 UK singles for the show, including the famous novelty track The Funky Gibbon. Bill's musical flair gave the series a rhythmic energy that no other sitcom at the time possessed. As the 1980s and the 1990s arrived, Bill pivoted towards another lifelong passion, ornithology and conservation. He wasn't just a TV presenter who read a script about birds. Bill was a true, genuine birder. His unpretentious, infectious enthusiasm completely changed how natural history was presented on British television. Shows like Birding with Bill Oddie, Britain Goes Wild and ultimately Springwatch brought wildlife to millions of living rooms. He wore his vast knowledge lightly, making the natural world feel accessible, exciting and worth protecting. His contribution was officially recognised in 2003 when he was awarded an OBE for services to wildlife conservation. Bill remained a staple guest across the UK television. He was famously warm, witty, occasionally irascible and always authentically himself. It's also important to remember Bill's bravery away from the spotlight. Long before it was common for public figures to speak about mental health, Bill spoke openly about his long struggles with clinical depression and bipolar disorder. He candidly discussed his hospitalisations and the tough battles he faced off-screen. By speaking out with such honesty, Bill helped destigmatise mental illness for countless viewers. For Bill, spending time in nature wasn't just a hobby or a job, it was a vital refuge. Bill Oddie was a rare talent, a man who could make an entire nation roar at a kitten pushing over the telecom tower and then turn around and inspire those same people to step outside, listen to birdsong and care for the planet. Whether you remember him on the Trandom with the Goodies, singing on Top of the Pops, or whispering excitedly from a bird hide on a cold morning, Bill left an indelible mark on British broadcasting. Thank you, Bill, for the laughter, for the music, and for teaching us to love the world around us. Rest in peace.